It's actually working. I have no clue. Hey Mark, I'm testing something. Don't play anything that'll get me copyright. Marcus, I will take the controller from you.
Don't worry, this is only indie games.
I can still get copyrighted from someone else's stuff in the background. Where did I put it's in the darn it. Fuck it, I'll just leave the thing. I wanna see if this works. I'm trying to stream from I think it's working.
You want me to go to your account?
It says it's working. I don't know how good it's looking. We're waiting 2 minutes, guys. Because I need 2 minutes to do... I've been attempting to do a few things. Alright, pause this stupid video. Can I change the resolution on this?
It's a small picture!
Let's stop for a moment. Okay. Click on it and see what happens. It's probably not gonna be... Yeah, it's not that much bigger. Oh, hey! Okay, it's significantly bigger!
It's probably not gonna be... Oh, hey! Okay, it's significantly bigger.
Intriguing. Okay, let's see what happens. I'll be right back. Don't say anything stupid.
Hello, Bora! Oh, that's crazy.
Alright. I want to try.
Marcus, I'll put you
Where are we going?
Is this cleaning your bathroom? Back to you.
Yeah, that's
That's not the real. It's yours.
what? Yes. Recently. Shoot.
Dad, where are we
Phone?
going?
Yes, it's foam.
Cool, so that's what hurt.
Ow, 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 ow! Stop! Stop, please!
I mean, you never thought that was going to happen, huh?
No, I didn't!
I knew exactly!
Alright, now I need to
This is what
check.
it feels when you hit by the
Just ow! Ow!
Oh, you like blood damage?
Exactly!
Alright, now I need to check.
Ow! Ow!
That's why I know you're going to get your clothes put away before I get back and Marcus is with you.
Yes.
Right? That forced damage done you, right?
Yeah, where are we going?
Right?
Ow!
Answer.
Ow!
Answer.
Yes!
Yeah, where are we going?
Out.
Where are we going? Ow!
Why are we folding this thing away in drawers?
I pull it. Where are we going? Out.
It'll probably be good if you fold it, pulling it out of the dryer. Then you're going to have to fold it all the way. So let's go ahead and put your basket on the bed for now. We'll take the cup, the plate, and silver. Is this yours, Ben? Ben.
Yeah! No, it's not!
Okay, so plate, bowl, or plate, cup, and silver. You go on this thing.
Yeah! No, it's not!
Okay, so plate, bowl, plate, cup. It's like a sword slash hat. Okay, so plate, bowl. So yeah, we're gonna shoot this stuff put away, right? Right?
Yes!
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, where are we going?
Right?
Yes!
Yeah. But clean that up later.
So I need my wallet.
Thank you, friend.
Not on me.
I think somewhere.
Clean that up later. Not on me.
Where's all the background?
You have my PIN number.
It's you guys! Wait, what? And the stupid open door and the people yelling in the background.
You have my PIN number. It's you guys. Wait, what? And the stupid open door and people yelling in the
Move
background.
out.
You have my PIN number. It's you guys. Wait, what? And the stupid open door and people yelling in the background.
Move out. Shut up! Close the fucking door!
Is it closed on?
This is what happens when I mess with stuff. This is what happens when I mess with stuff. What is this stupid echoing effect?
Dad.
Yes?
Dad. Going to that.
Okay. Check on your phone later then. And see if the echoing effect is still there. I'm going to assume that the echoing effect is gone, hopefully. It wasn't in the recordings, so I don't know what the echoing effect is now. I'm going to assume it's the TV. I'm just gonna hope that it's gone. You're getting power off. I'll check this screen later. I'm just kind of farming right now. I might move on into the Nero story and just hope I get the 2 extra dragon fangs that I need. We're gonna do one more go of this to get the experience that I need to level up, and hopefully get a dragon fang. So I've been kind of dicking around lately with the setups, and I got all the different Masters outfits. I messed around with this originally a lot. Nope. I messed around with this outfit a lot. I have not really attempted to use this because I don't get the point. I never mess around with this, I'll be honest. It seems to cater to, Critical Star building, but why would you ever want to cater to Critical Star building? I don't know, and then it gives it this random Busters thing, and that doesn't make any sense either. This is just a good early on one, but I don't think you're going to be using it after you get, say, like this one, or this one, who are both better than it, I would like to point out. I think this one's the best overall. There might be better ones that I don't know about, but I do know that this one's just a bit better than the original one, even without the normal heal. And I don't think the command spells change at all. And I've been messing around with just swapping out and what the swap mechanic does on this, because I haven't tried it before, because I've never gotten it before. But it's interesting, the swapping mechanic. God, I hate the loading times. I was dicking around and decided I wanted to see if I could live stream on this. I don't know if the program I chose to live stream this with was the best. Look at the frames we're getting. You're getting... I mean, I think we're getting decent. I'm probably wrong. I originally started this with a really shitty, size proportion, I guess you could say. Size proportion works. And so it looks just like a phone, but now it doesn't. It actually looks like a screen. It doesn't look like a phone screen anymore. It looks like an actual while I'm recording. At least on your end it does. It still looks like a phone screen on my end. Essentially what I'm doing here, for those of you who don't know how to use the spacesuit, is you pretty much get one person. You get one person who you want to use as the designated when you get to the final round, hit the boss really hard character, and that'll swap between whoever I put in and Altria. Altria more of being for hitting multiple enemies. And then Gilgamesh is there because Gilgamesh has a buff skill. And he's one of the higher level characters that I have with a buff skill. And I was dicking around and I leveled up Gilgamesh dicking around. Should I have leveled up Gilgamesh? No, probably not. There were probably better heroes I could have leveled up. Like, I have Ushiwaka Maru, which I probably should have leveled up because she has a level 3 buff skill, and Gilgamesh is only level 1. But I leveled up Gilgamesh, and I guess I might as well stick with it for now. I think that I'll be able to get away with it. As long as this next one doesn't crit. Damn it. At least I called it that. It was like, if this crits, I'm not going to be able to get away with this. I don't know how good Kid Gilgamesh could be considered. I do think that for buffs, Ushiwaka Maru is probably better, at least at this point. So I might try to get Ushiwaka Maru up. That's not good. Well, fine, I'll just have to sacrifice one of the dragons. But you didn't come here to watch someone stream collecting life orbs or life crystals. So we're not gonna do that. In fact, I kind of started the stream by accident. I didn't want to stream yet. At least from the little bit of it I watched, though, it actually looked like it was doing pretty, the frame rate wasn't too bad. Although the frame rate of this game is just iffy sometimes, so... because it's such a big, high graphics game. This is certainly, it doesn't probably look as good as the, just straight up recording it with the recording app that I had. And I'll probably record another one just to compare. Record another episode and then upload it. But it works better for me because I like streaming. Of course, this doesn't help me at all because I can't see comment sections while I'm streaming, and I'm used to seeing the comment section while I'm streaming and being able to answer to it. So this kind of dicks me over in that regard. I don't want to have my laptop out really patrolling the stream, although I might start doing that. We'll just see. I also recently downloaded YouTube Creator Studio, so we'll see how that works too. See if I can't at least slightly edit some of the videos that I'm making on my phone. Make them at least look a little bit nicer. So of the 5-star assassins that are available currently in the game, Heroine X is not the best. In fact, I would recommend completely ignoring her for Jack the Ripper, because like what makes Heroine X good is easier found on many other servants. Like if you want an anti-saber servant, just use any of the numerous archers that are in the game that are actually really good. Instead of using mediocre assassin. Yeah, just a mediocre assassin. like a really gimmicky, mediocre assassin, rather than one of the amazing archers that are in the game, like Gilgamesh or Orion. There are plenty of really good archers that you could use over a five-star assassin who's not even that good as of right now, because her skills aren't that great. If her skills weren't so focused on just kind of, if her skills weren't so weird, like the crit star drop rate versus sabers and the damage versus sabers, it's just too out of the zone of what a assassin should be doing. And her ultimate's specialty, I mean, her ultimate does damage, but the specialty bonus against saber enemies, or against saber face enemies, and I should explain what saber face means. It means enemies that look like Altria, which is kind of dumb, in my opinion. It falls short for a numerous amount of reasons. Yeah, it falls short for any numerous amount of reasons, in my opinion. But I don't know, that might just be my opinion. I'm gonna be honest, Gilgamesh is on the team because I felt like I had too many female characters on the team. So I didn't have a single male. And so Gilgamesh is kind of here because he's pretty much the best dude that I have available, other than, like, Robin Hood. And I don't really want to use Robin Hood. Even though supposedly Robin Hood is a really good 3-star unit. And I was planning on using someone else. Namely, I was planning on using a 5-star or a 2-star assassin. But I just didn't want to. I didn't like how he played. And then I keep on going back to sometimes I want to use Hans Christian Andersen. But, like, at the same time, I don't really want to use a 1 or 2-star right now. I think Hans Christian Andersen is an amazing servant for what he is. I just kind of want to wait for him to get an advancement quest or something like that, because just the limitations of a 1 or 2-star servant. And he might have an advancement quest, and I might be rambling for no reason. He might be perfectly fine the way he is, but it's just when there are people who can do his job better than he can. I don't know. So we're gonna move on to Rome, which I honestly haven't done much in. First, we're gonna enhance some dudes. We're gonna enhance some servants, because I have the funds to do so. So we're gonna enhance. I really need more archer crystals, because ironically, I think I used them all on David. And then, like, I don't really like David's skills. So I just don't use David. Here, we're gonna buff Riders. We have a bunch of these. It's not gonna get her up a level, I think. Yeah, no. We have a bunch of these things. But they're just, like, they're low level. So they're not gonna really do anything. Okay, so she leveled up, that's good. I'll probably, let me check the Ascension and see if I have the stuff needed for Ushiwaka Mountain. I do not. I need one more rider piece, and that's it. I just need one more rider piece. I'll tell you what I've been trying to do that thing for. So today's Saber Day, and I got just enough to get Altria up, and these stupid Dragon Fangs have gotten in my way. I ironically do not have enough Dragon Fangs. So I went to one of the places that it's apparently a good place to farm them, and I've just been farming them all day. And I got bored, so I'm moving on for the day. So that spot is going to be available for forever, basically. And I kind of just want to do Rome at this point. I kind of want to just do the Septim Empire. While it's still relatively cheap AP to do it. But of course I want to do that with, open space. Open, money. Or open, I want to do that on air because I've already started stuff on air. So, we're gonna do it on air while I'm streaming, so I can just get this all done with today. Oh yeah, this is the current team composition. I think you saw it at the beginning of the video, or sometime around then. It's Altria, Kid Gilgamesh, Elizabeth Baltroy, Tamamo Cat, and Mash, who really needs to get an ascension because she is the lowest level party member. And I'd love to boost Mash, but it's just not easy to do so. It's like, it's getting to that point where it's more harmful to keep Mash in the party than it is to just remove her from it, even though she costs like nothing to have in the party. This is interesting, because, like, if you read up on Nero's lore, like the lore of King Nero, King Nero, I don't think ever really fought. I might be wrong on that, but I do know King Nero was very different from, a lot of the other rulers, in that King Nero is considered one of the, Emperor Nero is considered one of the bad rulers of Rome. Branded a psychopath and a monster. But the Nero we find in Fate is very, very different. Mainly the fact that Nero is a female in Fate, while being a male in the real world. Glory to the Emperor and Rome. So this is interesting, because Nero is alive here. And, it's interesting because Nero is not a it's not a noble spirit. She's not a servant at this point in time. She's just Nero at this point in time. Which is interesting. It's really interesting, because we've never seen, or I've never seen an alive, other than, other than Gilles de Reyes in the first in chapter 1, we don't really see a lot of the servants that are obtainable. We don't see them alive as living beings. Can I also mention that we missed the Count of Monte Cristo, Edmond Dantes, and when I found out we missed Edmond Dantes, the first Avenger, or that I missed him, I was kind of pissed. But Edmond Dantes is actually considered the worst Avenger, even though he's got one of the highest hitting abilities in the game. Like, he's one of the highest hitters. So this game originally came out in 2015. Now, we are behind significantly in comparison to Japan. I think this game only came out recently here. But honestly, I will tell you that it's just because Type Moon, for the longest time, hasn't been popular here in the West. I don't know the controversy over... No, I know the controversy over why it's not popular, but... And I really don't want to discuss it, but... It's just interesting that such a great game franchise is kind of... Such a great franchise is kind of... ignored because of the controversy with Japanese games and American audiences. And the American rating system and everything. And oversensitization of Japanese games because of, well, parents and the media. And it annoys me because, like, so many games are completely excluded from American audiences. We don't get to see a lot of amazing games because the developers are too afraid to send them over here. Too afraid that they won't be, that they'll be not looked at or sensitized to the point where nobody will be able to buy it or want to buy it. To the point where it won't be worth it. And I don't know. It kind of makes me sad. Like, ever since I learned about the Fate franchise, I've liked it. It's an interesting take on history as kind of a plot device. You have all these characters, and a lot of them are not accurate to how these characters lived in real life. I can say that. But a lot of them are just interesting takes on historical figures, and some of them are accurate, some of them are not. But they're all interesting. None of them are downright boring. So it should be explained that the Holy Grail, I don't think I need to explain this, because the Fate franchise kind of explains it for you if you go and watch Fate Unlimited Blade Works. The Holy Grail is not the cup that Christ drank from. At least this is... The Holy Grail is the cup that Christ drank from. But this is not that Holy Grail. The Holy Grail they're speaking of is... It's basically the culmination of all heroic spirits or something like that. And it when you start a Holy Grail war, it
it grants the victor one wish. One wish. Now, we've seen that this does work. Wishes do happen. But one of the problems that I have is, like, the inconsistency of the power of the Grail itself. Like, in Apocrypha, the Grail is shown to be able to do things like give all of humanity immortality. But can be kept from doing so by having a dragon guard it. In Fate, in Fate Unlimited Blade Works. In the Unlimited Blade Works, the new Unlimited Blade Works animation, the Holy Grail is able to be destroyed. Not entirely, it still comes back later on. But it's able to be destroyed by Altaria with Excalibur. And this is odd. And just the fact that, like, in Fate Zero, the Holy Grail is able to be corrupted by a servant by the name of All the World's Evil. Yes, that is the actual name. The actual name of the servant is All the World's Evil. So you know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if this Nero is going to have a noble phantasm, because it's not Nero the servant, it's Nero the Emperor of Rome. It's Nero the alive person, so Nero shouldn't have a noble phantasm. And I'm going to be very confused if she does. Oh my god. That is true. Chain errors suck. We've got sabers. So, ironically, we just have a bunch of sabers. I'm not gonna go for, like, really big stuff. We're just gonna sell them. I'm not really worried about it at this point. They're level 8, I'm level 60 and 40 and whatnot. We're just gonna have Gil, and we're gonna have young Gilgamesh, and we're gonna have Altria take him on. So sometimes I genuinely wonder if they always planned on using Kid Gilgamesh, or if Kid Gilgamesh was a reference to the just a reference to the young Gilgamesh that appeared in Fate, in the Ilya anime. If you're wondering why I just call it the Ilya anime and you know what it's called, it's because who the fuck wants to pronounce that entire name? It's a long ass. It's a good anime, and I recommend watching it, but dear god, they have a fucking long ass name for it. And it is just not worth my time to pronounce that huge ass name. But yeah, so Kid Gilgamesh, there was a recent campaign that introduced Kid Gilgamesh, Amakusa Shiro Tokisada. Oh my god, they're crying in the background.
Wait, do we have, we do not have Nero, for whatever reason. It'll probably be explained here in a second. So, you know, ironically, I looked up stats and whatnot of my team, and ironically, Altria is considered one of the worst 5 stars. Like down there below Edmond Dantes at this point and whatnot. She will skyrocket above Edmond Dantes after Merlin comes out, who it should be mentioned Merlin is considered the best 5-star and just the best character in the game. If you have a Merlin, you might as well use Merlin. Because there are things that he's almost necessary to fight. Like the final boss. For a lot of builds that one-shot this guy, for a lot of builds that one-shot him, you're gonna need him. You're gonna need Merlin. Because Merlin gives you the buffs and shot you need to one-shot him. You're gonna need a maxed out or 2 Merlins, and then whatever, a maxed version of whatever character that uses a Buster Ultimate that you want to use against the boss. And then you're gonna just like totally blow the hell out of the boss. Godia, the final boss of this game. Well, the final boss of, like, part 2 of this game or something. That is not currently in this version of the game that I am playing. Because it's, like, only in Japan or something like that. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. It should be stated that I only think that, it's not in this version of the game yet. I could be wrong. I do know that we are, like, a year or something behind Japan. We're like a year or 2 behind Japan. I want to say only 1. Oh my god, people, what are you doing? Stop with the BB guns!
He's crying because he got out of bullet. The other day, I went to shoot the basketball, and the fan blew the bullet to the side, and I went to the
Where?
shot.
What was David's response?
Ah! And he grabs the shotgun and shoots at me.
Hey, if only that shotgun shot like you just filled, like... Well, no, it wouldn't work.
I managed to do it.
I mean, like, fill it with, like a shell with BBs in it, and fire the shell.
Oh, and then just reload the shell, and then just put it back in.
Yeah. Yeah, just fire, it's just a one shot that fires a big shell of BBs, instead of what it is, which is like 1 BB. That better not be loaded. Okay. I don't know, I'd be pissed probably. You probably wouldn't, it's the whole thing.
Then hold this.
Hold what? Why is this so heavy?
Exactly.
Like, if it wasn't for this orange tip right here, there'd be, like, no mistaking this from an actual gun. Except for this wood part here and the screws.
Yeah, maybe someone made it look fake, but it could be real. Imagine that, they really orange tip.
There are people who did that. There's this one guy who painted his gun, he spray painted his gun orange, and then duct taped the handle with orange duct tape to make it look like a BB gun. No. TSA said, ha, no, you're not coming in here with that. They're like, what do you mean? It's not a real gun. Yes, it is, sir. And then the cops came over and escorted him out of the airport without his things. Because you can't let a man who has a gun just walks around, you know?
Rome didn't have a court of mages. I think Rome didn't have a court of mages.
Why?
God. So as
As
of
of the real gun, you cock it like this.
So the real gun, it's like, you cock it like this. And you don't cock it like this. You don't.
What's the one in there?
It's a hammer. It's supposed to be a hammer. It'll, like, when you pull it back, this will hit that, and you pull the trigger. But it doesn't, you don't, like... Yeah. Or, yeah. It's a firing hammer.
If you don't pull it back. Wait, you cock it, but you push it back. When it gets pushed back.
So, like, in theory, like, when you cock this back, and you load the bullet, and then you pull the hammer back, and there would be a thing here to hold it, so that when you pull the trigger, it releases the hammer, and then it hits it. And then, like, it'll spring, because...
like that.
And then, like, okay, so... Oh, that's the rage fighter. So when you hold it, when you fire it, since it would be gas operated, it would fire, and then like this thing right here would shoot back again.
I don't know. I've never thought that kind of pistol was the best just because of the look. It didn't look that functional. It looked prone to jamming. And lo and behold, I think it is prone to jamming.
Well, this version here, the BB.
Mm-hmm.
This one jams.
Yeah, it looks like it'll jam.
And this one jams.
Yeah. That was Joshua, everyone. Sorry if I haven't been paying close attention to the dialogue. I like the story of this game, but I don't know. I've been paying close enough attention to the dialogue, in my opinion. Hey Ruby, what are you doing? No. Let's cooperate. So I assume, this is an assumption, that this would have been before she killed her mother and lost the cure to the poison. Because she doesn't seem to be going insane. Of course we can attack. Let's see who we run into. They can, very well. Oh, that's what's up. Oh, never mind, I did not. I got it, the character. Two.
してくるがいい。
Interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
おうさ。お任せください。そうだよ。
God, the frame rate. Well, maybe more Archer Orbs, not Saber Orbs.